And today's the final day. I'm gonna start the machine up here, let it warm up. Got some rain last night, so we don't have any dust this morning. Glad I got all that graded over there. I don't even have to go back across this pond dam. So what I'm going to get started on this morning, I know I've mentioned it probably 5 times in the videos, but the pond dam is leaking through here. Well, we don't know if it's leaking through here, but when the pond is full, there's water that kind of squirts up somewhere back here. And it's not leaking now, so the best thing we can figure is it's coming from the pond somewhere up through here, maybe through the tree roots that were in here and across. So what I'm going to do, because it's the easiest and the quickest thing to try first, I'm going to dig down right here on this side of the overflow pipe so that I don't interfere with that. I'm going to dig a trench down, probably go down a little bit, probably 2 feet below the water level, all the way up to my pile of clay. A width of the bucket, see if I see anything. I took a scoop out before the other day and it was pretty goopy mud. Dig that out, put some good dry clay in there, and hopefully that'll be like a little core trench and stop anything from leaking. I think everything that I've dug out and put back has sealed it, but that'll just be a little extra. And then I've got to go up there. I'm going to dig that cove out, save our little one tree there, clean all this up and spread the mud out up here and dress that up. So I got about another 3 or 4 hours worth of work and this pond will be done. Let's see what we're going to find. Oh, hopefully not the excavator slid over into the pond. Throw some of that down right here. Whoa! Stuff's a little slickery. I'll clean that up later, but I'm gonna put a little bit down right here. Almost took off into the pond sliding sideways. That wouldn't have been very good. Would have made a good video though. We're not into tearing stuff up for videos. See anything. It's not great dirt by no means, but it's nothing that looks horrible as far as allowing something to leak. Normally if something's leaking when you dig a trench like that, you'll see the water come in. I'm going to take one more scoop out and go ahead and put some clay back in there. I'm 4 feet below water level right now. If that caves off, I'm going to have a bit of a mess. It's about to cave off. Please stay, please stay, please stay, please stay, please stay. Oh, we're sliding off into the pond. Get back up here. So far, so good. Get some clay. off. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. Lay that up here. I can put that back on the slope. That's pretty much about the only way you can kind of fix that. I'm just going to pinch it. Keep from having to walk back and forth. That lift on up and push that back over the top and dig another trench and work my way all the way down to somewhere right in here. All right, so I got the first trench dug out and filled back in. I'll grade all that out better once I get all this out, because I'll probably scoop some of this stuff back up and put on top, just because it'll grow a little bit better grass being more topsoil than the clay I put it in here. Oh, that's some nasty stuff. That might have been the culprit right there. It shouldn't be that wet right there. Look at that. Oh, that was a layer of like gravel. I bet that's it right there. Look at that. That's just a layer of gravel. I'll put money on it, that was the leak right there. A lot of times back when they built these old ponds, they didn't have the equipment to do what I'm doing right here. Yeah, that shouldn't have been that wet. Down a little bit or it's all going to cave off. And most likely what they did is, you know, you had your valley coming into the pond. Well, they just take a bulldozer or something, just push the dirt across it, and they don't go in here and do a core trench and cut out all this bad material. I feel pretty confident that was the problem spot. Yeah, I'm down to good virgin ground now. Pretty sandy and rocky, but I gotta stop digging somewhere. That side's about to cave off. Hear all the rock. Yep. take one more out and I'm going to put some clay in here. Oh crap, it's all caving up. Alright, we got to put clay back here. We're going to be at a point we can't recover from. That's definitely where the water is going through though, no doubt. Lines up perfect with the area that was leaking, so if I dig one more ditch and kind of run out of that rock, I feel like I'll accomplish what I was shooting for. Take all the trees off the pond dam and go in here and take the whole pond dam out, dig down, and put it all on a good solid base. So that would be a pretty involved project. So this was the easiest thing and cheapest thing to do first. Make sure it's going to work. See if it's going to work. Let me finish filling that in, and alright, so I'm cutting in my third and final trench now, and I've actually got water coming from this direction, so if water can come from this direction, that means water can come from that direction. But I'm almost on like solid rock. This is kind of weird. I'm not really familiar with running into stuff like this around here. I mean, it's almost like a vein of crushed rock, but it's natural. I honestly did not know we had ground like that around here. I mean, look at it. You could literally use that for a riprap. Crazy. we don't normally have ground like that around here. But I can tell that I'm not going to run out of it, so I'll take a couple more scoops and pack it in there, and then we'll just have to make sure we put enough clay over top of it to seal it from getting to it. When you run into rock like that, the best thing you can do is just kind of cap it before you get to it. As you can tell, I can't even dig that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this clay in there and pack it in, and hopefully that'll seal that area off. Digging that cove out, work my way out, but hopefully that'll take care of that problem. I feel like that was definitely a good sign of a leak, because we all know rock doesn't hold water back very well. Alright, time to put on the grading bucket. Got the grading bucket on here now. I'm going to take this pile that I dug out from the core trench that I put in and lay it against the edge over here and pretty much just raise this up some. And I'm going to kind of go around that tree and come back around and kind of cut that cove in there and waste all that material up in here and just kind of raise this up and make a nice little flat area here beside the pond. That I just dug out. Just kind of build a nice little flat area over there. go down there and start digging that and laying it up until that area gets full. Working my way around the corner here. So I got a nice little curve coming around the pond, and I'm going to come back around here, pull it back out just a little bit. I'm going to put that oak tree on a peninsula and then kind of cut back out around it. I think that'll be kind of cool as that tree gets bigger to kind of be out there on its own little point. That's the plan, at least.
get started on this cove right here. So I don't have a huge spot to put all the dirt, so I'm gonna just try to cut it down and get it where it's not swampy looking. Pile all the mud back up this way. I think I can kind of waste it all up in there. Kind of cut it out about where I'm sitting. That'll really add a fair amount to this pond. It was underwater before, just not very deep. Area right here for like all the small bait fish to kind of go up in there, because the water's going to be up in them bushes over there. Just a nice little spot for that. I'll pile it all up right here and then drag whatever I have room back over there to spread out. Side of the pond up doing this right here. Said it's still going to kind of flow up in there just a touch, but it's going to be deep enough here now where you don't have 30 feet of swampy area looking. Bucket, I can take it and just kind of curve it exactly where I want it to go. This bucket just worked wonders. There's so much material so quick with it. Alright, working on the last little bit from the cove here. And did I hit a stump? Get this material dug out and laid up here whatever's left, I'm gonna fill in this low area right here so that it's not a muddy spot. Back just a little bit more. mud down, and that's pretty much going to be our new cove right there. I'll take all that mud and spread it out through here. That'll be a wrap. So I figured I better take a little video of the cove here now that I got it cut out, because I am not going to be able to walk back out here to film it. So I came right here at the tree and cut that back in. There's kind of a low area there, cut it back in and around, so made the pond a little bit bigger. There's a stump right there, so I left that. And then took all that mud and I'm wasting it up here to kind of help level this up and fill this in. It was a little bit low right here and it could have been a little bit wet, so I raised it up a couple feet, and it should make a nice little grassy area once everything dries in and grows back in. Well, now the fun part is cleaning all the mud off the tracks. I did take a 5-gallon bucket in the scrub brush and wash it off, so got the machine back clean. Let's walk down here and see what I did. And here we are walking down to the pond. So if you remember this before, I'll try to add the before clip if I can find it of what this looked like before. I definitely have the drone pictures, but pretty much was all trees and you could not even see the pond. All this was woods right here, and the pond dam had a row of trees all the way down the front face. What I did, come in here, and the pond was leaking out of that old pipe right there, siphoned it down a little bit, took all the trees out everywhere that's disturbed, from all the way up there all the way across the pond dam, and piled all those up and burnt them. And then I came in here, plugged that, replaced the old overflow system. It had one 15-inch concrete pipe and one 15 that was shoved into some 24-inch pipes, so that's why I replaced it with two 15-inch culvert pipes. And I was able to raise the water level up just a little bit higher than what it was those pipes were set at, even those pipes were plugged. So it should be about the same amount once it returns to its full level. That should cover up all that stuff up over there and put water all the way up there into that grass. So left that little tree there on the corner, got a nice little flattened off area over there that can be used now. And didn't do much with the top of the dam. This is going to eventually turn into a driveway to the house lot that will be over here. So when the time comes, if she wants me to do it, grade all this out and put stone on top of this. And I put the two pipes that were left that did not get broke into the pond for some fish structure. Here is the new overflow. It's two 15-inch diameter pipes that we put in, and they now discharge onto what's left of those old concrete pipes. And I'm not going to walk over there because it's really muddy, but took all the ashes and put them over there in the hole where we got good dirt to cover these pipes up. And then I went and I dredged this whole cove, little corner out right here to get some depth to that, pulled that bank back and spread all that. That's probably 18 inches all the way down. Kind of leveled that up, and it was a good place to get rid of all that mud. So it really cleaned that shoreline up and made this a nice pond. So once all this turns green, it'll blend right back in, and then we'll still have all the woods over there for some habitat. Let's take the drone and fly over it now.